One of the more common misconceptions about the Welsh language is that there are only two dialects. Now, you could argue that there are tens, maybe even hundreds of dialects, but there are around four main ones. And they all, you could have a field day really looking into and researching those dialects. And there's some really cool things about them. So, the main two northern dialects share a lot of vocabulary together, just like the main two southern dialects share a lot of their vocabulary. But actually, with regards to phonology and how words are pronounced, you'll find that the northeast and southwest share a lot more in common phonologically than they do with their northern and southern counterparts. Just like how in the northwest and the southeast, there are certain ways of pronouncing words that are strangely similar. Now, whether you agree with this map with regards to dialects, that's up to you. But it is quite an interesting one, and it shows the four main Welsh dialects: Wyndodeg, which derived around the Gwynedd area; Bywyseg, which comes from the name Powys; Ddyfedeg from Dyfed; and Wenhwyseg from the Gwent southeastern region. Now, without going into too much detail about confines of where they actually are and where the borders are, something that really blew my mind when I thought about it was, well, this. This here is a map of the ancient tribes of Wales, the ancient Celtic tribes. Now, I'm fully aware that 1,500 years, maybe more, of changes have messed about with these dialectal borders. However, if we look at the Decangli, which is where we get the word Deganwy from now, it's a place up here around this area. We've got the Ordovices, Demete, where we get the word Dyfed from now, and Silures, the Silurians you may have heard of, with the Roman Empire, which you think about multiple times a week. But what really struck me was how strangely similar these tribal areas are on the map to modern day dialects. And one theory that I have is that as the tribes were mainly Welsh speaking, but as they split up and looked after themselves and were sort of keeping themselves to themselves, apart from the odd skirmish here and there, their languages changed and sort of solidified in that place. I don't know if that's true. It seems like a cool little way of looking at it, but this just absolutely blew my mind. And yeah, I thought you might find it interesting too. Let me know what you think in the comments. I've always wanted to say that. Whether you think there's any truth in this little mad theory that I have. But like I say, it just blew my mind when I saw those two side by side, the ancient Welsh Celtic tribes and the modern day dialects of Welsh.